Gaza's fragile peace hangs precariously in the balance, teetering on the brink of renewed conflict. A ceasefire brokered in January, ending 15 months of brutal fighting, brought a temporary reprieve, but the uneasy calm is now overshadowed by a deepening sense of uncertainty. The initial phase of the prisoner exchange agreement expired over a week ago, and negotiations on the crucial second phase have ground to a halt, plunging Gaza into a perilous, gray zone. Hope for a lasting peace is fading fast, replaced by a pervasive sense of foreboding. The pathway to a durable resolution appears increasingly narrow and treacherous. The political will, on both sides, seems alarmingly deficient. As Hugh Lovett, a senior policy fellow at the European Council on Foreign Relations, poignantly observes, "We are in a gray zone." My pessimism stems from the Israeli leadership's political calculations. They simply don't favor a ceasefire that necessitates an Israeli withdrawal from Gaza. This stark assessment underscores the profound chasm separating the two sides and the seemingly insurmountable obstacles to a genuine peace agreement. The recent events only serve to amplify these concerns and reinforce the precarious nature of the situation. Reports of casualties arising from an Israeli airstrike in southern Gaza near Rafah paint a grim picture. While the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, claim the strike targeted a drone entering Gaza from Israel, along with individuals suspected of handling it, the reality is a stark reminder of the continuing violence. This incident, coupled with another IDF operation targeting a group allegedly responsible for placing a bomb near Israeli soldiers in eastern Gaza City, fuels the cycle of violence and mistrust. The lack of progress on the second phase of the agreement raises deeply unsettling questions about the future. The initial ceasefire, while providing a crucial respite, only addressed a limited aspect of the broader conflict. The underlying issues, the blockade, the unresolved status of Gaza, the persistent grievances of the Palestinian population, remain largely unaddressed. Without a comprehensive approach that tackles these fundamental issues, any future peace will be built on shaky foundations, vulnerable to collapse under the slightest pressure. The international community must play a far more active and decisive role in mediating a lasting peace. This requires not merely issuing statements of concern, but undertaking concrete actions to facilitate dialogue, address the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, and push both sides toward meaningful compromise. The alternative, a return to large-scale conflict, is a scenario too horrific to contemplate. The human cost, already immense, would be exponentially amplified. The current situation in Gaza is a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the devastating consequences of prolonged conflict. The absence of a robust international presence, coupled with the lack of political will on both sides, creates a dangerous vacuum, ripe for escalation. The international community must act decisively to prevent a return to the violence that has ravaged Gaza for so long. The lives of countless innocent civilians hang in the balance. The clock is ticking, and the window of opportunity for a durable peace is rapidly closing. The stakes couldn't be higher. Failure to act decisively now will condemn Gaza to another cycle of violence and suffering. The path forward demands bold leadership, unwavering commitment, and a genuine desire for peace from both sides. Anything less will inevitably lead to disaster. The future of Gaza hinges on the choices made today.